Guys, it's 420 Dragon here, and we are here for another match of Esper Familiars. Unfortunately, the last match that I recorded, the file got corrupted, but as you can see, we did win, and we were playing against a mono black deck, and it was honestly not very interesting because that's a very easy matchup. So here, I'm playing these cards. I think this is a popular player, or at least a player who's done well a lot. And it looks like he's playing either Stompy or Elves at this point. And it also looks like he has a pretty bad draw with either one of those decks because those decks are very reliant on their 1-drops. So I'd imagine, okay, actually he's probably playing Bogles. Or Bogles rather, is not too bad of a matchup. I actually don't hate it at all. I think especially post board with Stonehorn Dignitaries, it can be a pretty favorable matchup. So I think here I can actually discard a second Flicker. I could also have discarded a Prosperous Pirates, but I think the Pirates is more important because with the Flicker we have a second copy, so we can of course still set up the combo without having to cast a Reaping the Graves or find another copy of Prosperous Pirates. So here our opponent plays Iron Island. It's a pretty powerful card. It's definitely pretty scary, but the upside of him playing that is that we can snap it eventually. And so here we could play Godpharaoh's Faithful, or we could play Seagate Oracle. Seagate Oracle is not able to block either of his creatures, so I think I'm just going to go for the Faithful and Preordain. And I think I'll bottom both, considering that I really do want to hit land drops. That's one of the most important things when you're playing this deck, is to be able to hit all of your land drops so that you're just able to keep hitting land drops while you play card draw spells. Because that's just really how you're able to pull ahead with this deck. Alright, and so he's got an Abundant Growth. That's fine. We're probably going to cycle Ashbrains in a turn, go get our island. And we definitely don't mind shuffling in Mnemonic Wall and Muldrifter to our deck. So he's got a Glade Cover Scout and an armor for his Ledgewalker. Oops, I hit F6. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna take 7. That's pretty annoying. We definitely do need to either find a way to combo off or start gaining a bunch of life with our Godpharaoh's Faithful. I guess I can probably lead off on a Brainstorm, because if I find like a Familiar and like a Snap, I can potentially do something dumb. Wow. That's perfect. Okay. So let's see. I guess let's see. I can play the Familiar, play the Snap, then I would have 3 mana with a Familiar in play. And I could play like Seagate and Preordain. So I guess I can... What cards do I want to Seagate into, right? I guess I'll throw away a Seagate and just Seagate into Muldrifter. Seems fine. So I'm just going to play the Familiar here, snap the Gnarlid, untap these lands, Seagate Oracle, taking Muldrifter, and then cast Preordain. And we have played a land this turn, so that's not something we have to worry about. And let's see, what do we want to do next turn? Next turn we probably just want to play Muldrifter and Flicker it, I'd imagine. So we technically don't need either of these cards, and we do want to hit land drops. And a second Familiar would actually be pretty great. So I think I'm actually, as weird as it may sound, I'm going to bottom both of these. Wow, and we do hit a second Familiar. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Alright, so hopefully we don't just die. If this is an Ancestral Mask, no, we're chilling. Alright, cool. It's fine, yeah, I'll take 8. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. So now we have the combo and stuff. Let's see what it do. I guess I'm just gonna evoke Muldrifter here, and if we hit like Snap plus land, we can probably just kill him. Okay, that's fine. We didn't. I guess I'll just Flicker these. Take a Compulsive Research. Play a land, get an island. I'm just going to do this on my turn. No real need to bluff or anything like that. He's either going to kill us this turn or we're going to win the game next turn. Alright, so he just plays his Lifeland. And if this is a Rancor, okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, I think we're just dead. Damn. It's pretty good. Alright, yeah, we're dead. Cool. GG. I typed GG in the chat. Just so you guys know. So let's see. Spellstar Sprite is potentially alright in this matchup. I don't hate it. Same with Hoodwink, actually. And Stonehorn is obviously insane. Snap in there. Nightscape's also actually pretty great. Like, Familiars, as you saw that game, like, the fact that we were able to, like, we basically top decked 2 Familiars at the perfect, like, exactly perfect times. And, like, we were almost able to kill him because of it. Obviously, we didn't. And that was unfortunate, but you can see the power of the Familiars from that game right there. So I think God's Pharaoh's Faithful is actually not where we want to be, because I don't think that the incremental life gain actually is going to matter very much. I'm not quite sure what to do with Dinrova Horror. I guess we can cut Brainstorm, because the thing is that if we cut Dinrova Horror, we can't actually... Oh, actually, no. I guess that's not true. I can cut Dinrova Horror and bring in Hoodwink, actually. If I have at least 1 copy of Hoodwink, then I can loop it with both Mnemonic Walls and Flicker, once I have infinite mana, and bounce all of his enchantments and lands. Which, since he only has hexproof creatures, and the non-hexproof creatures, I can obviously bounce a Snap. There shouldn't be anything that is too much of an issue once I combo off. And I think Hoodwink is better, because being able to take out a land early in the game... What if I just main decked Hoodwink? Okay, wait. That might be nuts. Alright, I'm gonna have to think about that. Okay, so let's see here. What else do I want to bring in? I could bring in the Spellstar Sprites. I'm not sure what I'd cut. I guess I could cut like a Flicker, Seagate Reaping. Spellstars, yeah, that seems pretty good actually. I'll do that, sure. Yeah, that sounds great. So we can go like turn 2 either Hoodwink or hold up Spellstutter, and then turn 3 Familiar and do whichever one we didn't do. Or hold up both again. So let's play this. Pass the turn, I guess. Opponent did mulligan to 6, which is nice. Bogle. It's fine. I'll get a swamp. He'll just pass the turn here and see what he does. If he plays like an Abundant Growth or something like that, that would be very good for us. Okay, cool. So I could either Spellstutter it or Hoodwink his land. I think I'm going to go for the latter. Spellstutter is probably going to be good at some point in the game, but I think Hoodwink has more of a timer on it. And it's pretty sweet to make him not draw a card and send him back a land drop. And it doesn't look like he has another green spell to play this turn, which he did not. So here I just get to play Familiar and hold up Spellstutter, which is pretty insane. He's just going to attack again. I could block. I guess I won't. Ledgewalker, that's fine. I'll just go get a plane so that if I draw like a Sunscape Familiar, I can cast it. And then I'll just cast a Seagate. This is going to shut down his little ground force here. I'll take a bounce land. It's basically 2 land drops, which is pretty insane. Definitely don't mind if I do. And this is a 1 mana spell. It's gonna get spell started. I tapped more mana than I needed to. Forgot that I have a Familiar in play. And I'm the best Familiars player alive. What's good? So yeah, opponent can't do anything. We can just play the bounce land here, float a white, I guess. Play the compulsive. I bounce the white land so I still have a black land to play for the Nightscape. Discard a land here. Why not? Let's compulsive again. I don't think holding up regeneration actually matters that much. I'm just going to discard an Aqueduct and not attack with anything. There's no real reason to attack in this deck, period, but Especially in this situation, being able to block the ledge walker is pretty valuable. Okay, sure, I'll block. And now I can just... Okay, I can play Mole Drifter. I can play Tranquil Cove. I could play Hoodwink with Mnemonic Wall. Could play Compulsive Research. Could play Stonehorn Dignitary. I think I'm just going to play Mole Drifter. Draw some cards. It's not bad at all. I'll cast Preordain here. Let's see. We don't really need either of these. We just want to find a familiar, which would let us combo off next turn. And I'll just play a bounce land, so if we draw a snap, it's pretty great. We can discard Evolving Wilds. It's a pretty sweet Ancestral Mask. For us, that is. So here I might actually just cast Preordain, Compulsive Research, leaving up both colors of mana here, so that if I draw either familiar I can play it, which I do, and then I'll play Prosperous Pirates, and then I'll play Flicker, my land, and my Prosperous Pirates, and then I'll play Mnemonic Wall, I'll get back my Flicker, and that's GG. Okay, cool. So Hoodwink's pretty great. I probably want the other copy, honestly. Hoodwink's sick. I love that card. Like, people are hating on Hoodwink. I'm just like over here like, Brody, like, this card is like 1 mana, bounce your lamp, like, bro. that's a card that they printed, like, oh my gosh. Alright, so what should I cut for this Hoodwink here? Cut another Seagate. I'm already down to 2 Flickers. Maybe I'm actually okay with 1 Hoodwink. Yeah, I think that's fine, actually. It's an easy mulligan. This hand's a bit tougher. I think this hand's fine. We have a Preordain. It does have 2 Ghostly Flickers, which is pretty bad to have in your opening hand. But on the other hand, Hoodwink and Preordain are definitely both cards. And Snap is like kind of in the middle. Like, Snap's not great to have in your opening hand, but it's like fine. Hoodwink's pretty good in your opening hand. And we do have 6 cards, so mulliganing kind of sucks. And we have a land, a Scry, and a Preordain to like find a bounce land. I think I'm going to keep. Bottom this. We basically, all we want is a bounce land right now. Opponent's got Utopia Sprawl. That's pretty sweet considering we have a Hoodwink. That's a kind of annoying land to draw. We can... Actually, I probably will Hoodwink him next turn, honestly. Yeah, I'll Hoodwink him. Because if we draw a bounce land, like if we Preordain and do a bounce land or whatever, we can just float a colorless, play a bounce land, cycle our Ashburns for whichever color we so desire, and then we're kind of just set. Okay, none of these cards are bounce lands. Get out of my face. Wow, so unlucky. No, it's fine. Wow, our opponent did nothing. That's pretty great for us. That means that probably taking them off of white mana was like very bad for their hand. So Hoodwink seems to be overperforming in this matchup. Like, we've drawn it in our opening hand both games, and it's kind of shut our opponent's whole game plan down like pretty severely. Ancestral Mask, that's definitely not a power play here. Okay, white mana, that's good. I guess I'll play a Familiar here, and we can hold up the Spellstar Sprite. This is not a bad position. If he plays any sort of, alright, it looks like another Mask. Ooh, a Cartoucheous Strength. That's pretty annoying. Yeah, I think I'm gonna bounce my Familiar. Since we only have one copy, I have access to one copy of a familiar here. I think we just need to protect it. And here, hitting land drops is of the utmost importance. So I'm going to play Seagate over familiar. And we do hit a land drop, so we'll easily take that and play it. And he has a white mana now. So this is probably the mask. Yeah, that's pretty good. We need a Stonehorn. Yeah. It's not looking pretty. Pretty sure we're just dead. Alright. Looks like GG. I guess we can do some nonsense with Snap. I don't really know what we can hit. Probably nothing. Maybe Hoodwink? No, we only have one Hoodwink. Yeah, that's GG. Alright. Definitely not doing too well here. But I'll see you guys for match.